I could Brave Bird after this recording, probably.
Bro, this is a children's channel. You can't say that.
Oh, sorry. When I say brave, I mean racist.
Oh god.
And when you say child show, you mean man-children, right?
No. I
Ooh, the
mean man.
Electro Web takes Talonflame down, and now the Scarf has been neutralized on NDD.
Good evening and welcome to First Paste. I am your host, Super Slow. Joining me tonight are two people who have not only seen every anime, but can actually tell you which ones are good, bad, and which ones are actually illegal. Thorax the Impaler and Wiz. How are you doing tonight, fellas?
Who is this? Where am I? How did you get this number?
We finally took the bag off his head. He's awake.
Ah, I don't like this. Put it back on. Put the bag back on.
We have kidnapped you and brought you to this abandoned bamboo forest in the middle of Paldea to ask you, do you like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
If I say no, the LGBT community is going to kill me. So no.
Can you tell us what the One Piece is?
It's the enemies we made along the way.
Enough with this bit. We have our final match of the season of the First Paldea League. We have the Snowpoint City Sabres facing down against the undefeated Safari Zone Kings. Sand versus Tricky Balance, I want to say.
Tricky Balance. That's I love trying to describe the Snowpoint City Sabres. They really are undescribable, and in this match, I think that will continue.
Well, the Safari Zone Kings are last undefeated team, and I think they have a chance to make it to 3-0. But the Snowpoint City Sabres, while they don't have like a specific theme or gimmick they work off of, I think their balanced core, especially Gallade and Blaziken, are incredibly devastating.
Yeah, I really don't think you can argue with Fire, Water, Grass, Electric, and then just, I mean, Prim and Rillaboom, we've seen them in normal VGC, and they're performing just as well in our league. And of course, the other end, the classic Tyranitar Excadrill being supported by none other than Goldango and Sneasler. I mean, it's good stuff all around.
And let's not forget that Zoroark just being on the team adds a level of uncertainty, and everybody hates uncertainty.
Yeah, everybody loves Raymond.
Yeah, everybody loves Zoroark.
All right, let's head into the teams real quick for the items. Starting with the Snowpoint City Sabres, we've talked about them quite a lot over the past couple of weeks. We have Eevee Light Electabuzz, couldn't be any other item, Citrus Berry Prim, Rillaboom with the Assault Vest, Focus Sash on Blaziken, Choice Specs Zoroark-H, and of course the Clear Amulet Gallade to prevent those attack drops. Anything you want to touch on the guys quickly before we will head into the Kings and then the battle?
I mean, I don't think it's the items that make this team. I think it's the synergies. Yeah, and definitely some insane spreads. With the exception of Blaziken, all of these spreads, maybe the exception of Blaziken and Zoroark, all of these spreads have a lot of numbers in them.
Well, for me, my big players to look out for are going to be Primarina and Gallade. I think those two against the Sand team that are vulnerable to water and the fighting moves from these two Pokemon, I think those are the ones that need to be on the field. They need to be the ones that take over the match, and Electabuzz and Rillaboom should be the ones really on the sides, on the wings, supporting them. I could see an opportunity for Zoroark to come in and do a little disruption. It will be hard against the Tyranitar setting up the sand and kind of being able to hold its own against that Zoroark. So I'm curious to see how these strategies unfold, because I think we do have like some pretty good rock paper scissors matchups here.
Yeah, especially with the fighting. I mean, you look at this, and 4 out of the 6 Pokemon can hit a unterrestrialized Tyranitar for super effective damage, which is a scary thing to account for. Speaking of that Tyranitar, let's see him and his buddies. In the Safari Zone Kings, we have Assault Vest Tyranitar, really going to live those special hits. Focus Sash Excadrill, Covert Cloak, Talonflame, Life Orb Goldango, Psychic Seed Sneasler to pair with the Psychic Surge from the Choice Scarf Expanding Force Indeedee. Really, I big fan of this Indeedee. Normally you have that size spam, slow, follow me Indeedee. No, this one wants to start blasting.
Yeah, it sure does. Fast Indeedee is scary. You know, this is not a Trick Room team, my friends. This is a Tailwind team, and it doesn't like priority, with the sole exception of Talonflame, who is not grounded.
Yeah, just quickly before we get into our match, Wiz, you hit on something. The Tailwind, there's no speed control against the Safari Zone Kings. They have all the advantages and tools in the world to.
Buzz does have Electro Web.
It does. Now, I don't know if that's a move you're going to be clicking over Taunt and Follow Me. I think it's a toss up. And the Electabuzz is slow. Talonflame has that priority, and Sneasler with that Unburdened ability can just go off on its own. Extra Joe with the Sand Rush. They have multiple ways to manipulate speed on their own terms, and I don't see that on the opposing side. So look for speed control to be very important. I think Tyranitar with the Terra Blast, Flying Terra Blast just has such an advantage against Rillaboom, Blaziken, and Gallade. So while it is weak to fighting type moves, it might just be able to go off for those Terras early. Golden Go can cover against the Zoroark while also being held at a disadvantage without using its own Terra. I just think overall the Safari Zone Kings have a little bit more in their toolkit. Although we've seen what Zoroark Trickery can do. It can change a match in an instant. Gallade's incredibly powerful, so I'm hoping to see a good even match between these two.
Should be interesting. May come down to how the teams are played, and that is usually the case.
Yeah, I think either way you slice it, we are going to see a very aggressive match where HP values are going to go from 100% to 0 real quick. Speaking of which, I'm getting word that our trainers are ready to begin their match, so let's head there right now.
Who's giving you word?
Satoru Gojo.
Oh, okay.
We got a guy on the inside.
All right, heading into the battle, we have the Snowpoint City Sabres going against the Safari Zone Kings, Gallade versus Tyranitar. We will be watching this battle from the point of view of the Safari Zone Kings.
That's the best point of view, because then we really don't know what sneaky plays the Sabres are making.
Yeah, when you're watching a battle against the Sabres, you really don't want to know which one is Zoroark, because it kind of ruins it.
Yeah.
So did we learn if Primarina can learn Shadow Ball?
Primarina can not only learn Shadow Ball, it's its signature move actually, and also in turn Zoroark can learn Water type Hyper Voice. It's a bug in the game, like that. What was it? There's like a water gun drill burr or something at one point in like Sword or Shield or something.
I need them to buff Zoroark by giving Shadow Ball to Primarina.
It's just.
I guess.
Yeah.
Does it learn Aura Sphere?
I mean,
think
it's a
copy
ball.
Blaziken.
It's a seal, and it's a ball move. Why does it not know every ball move? This is just basic science.
Wait, going back. No, Zoroark should learn Aura Sphere, just for like I don't even. It's normal Ghost, so
I
you
mean,
kind of don't need anything
if
else.
you-
But
it-
like, sure,
Is Aura Sphere? Wait, is Aura Sphere a ball move?
it's a blaster move. The Mega Launcher.
Okay, is it protected by bulletproof? That's what I'm actually asking.
No, no, it's
No,
not.
it's a-
I think it's
it's a
considered
s-
a pulse move.
Heading into the battle, Primarina and Electabuzz versus Indeedee and Talonflame.
What a start here.
All right, so
We've got the fastest non-prankster taunter, with the sole exception of Satoru Gojo.
That was such a mouthful. I needed subtitles for that.
So it's interesting.
As if you could fucking read. I'm sorry.
The Talonflame cannot go for the Brave Bird. Not that it would want to, because Brave Bird and Prim might actually do more damage to Talonflame itself, but with Psychic Terrain up, you don't want to go for those priority moves.
Well, actually, because Talonflame's not grounded, it was free to go for it, right? It's
No,
just able to get the Tailwind off.
It's about the
Guys,
target.
I think that might actually
Oh,
be
the target.
Primarina this time.
Alright, Buzz going for the taunt into the Indeedee, but that is a choice-locked Indeedee into Expanding Force, and Talonflame actually hanging on a bit, meaning that it can safely knock itself out with Brave Bird, because that would be really funny.
Some have claimed that Suicide is badass. I've yet to confirm it for myself.
I think I saw that on TV once.
Yeah.
You should try it after the show.
TV?
Yes.
Brave Bird.
Oh, Brave Bird. Yeah, I could Brave Bird after this recording, probably.
Bro, this is a children's channel. You can't say that.
Oh, sorry. When I say brave, I mean racist.
Oh god.
And when you say child show, you mean man-children, right?
No,
Ooh,
I
the
mean
Electro
man.
Web takes Talonflame down, and now the Scarf has been neutralized on Indeedee.
Yeah, now it's just a
Will the
regular
Indeedee stay
Indeedee.
in? That's the question. Just a regular choice locked Indeedee.
But
Did-
Indeedee is speedy.
Speedy Indeedee. Didn't we make that joke already?
I think the point here is that this Indeedee is a man.
Psychic Seed activating on that Sneasler, increasing its defense so that Sneasler can stick around and be probably one of the tougher Pokemon to beat, with the exception of Satoru Gojo, of course.
And he's faster. Because Unburden. Again, Satoru Gojo is faster, but
How many fingers does a Sneasler have?
do those count as fingers?
More or less than 20, you think?
Does Primarina's do those count as fingers?
Thorax, feel free to throw
Just
a...
one big finger.
Feel
One,
free
the
to...
I need
Primarina
a-
has one.
I need to
Flippers
see.
are just one big finger.
Electabuzz going for that follow me.
The spotlight is on Electabuzz, but that won't redirect a spread move, and it will save Primarina from the Dire Claw. Expanding Force is going to hurt, though.
Primarina is bulky, nice.
Whew.
And firing back with that Hyper Voice, knocking out regular Indeedee, no longer speedy Indeedee, just an Indeedee, some sort of satyr rabbit looking Pokemon, just wearing a scarf. It doesn't make it any faster, just wearing it for fun.
I mean, these guys are worn down, but the two biggest threats are still on the field, so
Yeah, Indeedee did the job. It was able to get off a few expanding forces, and now with Unburdened Sneasler on the field, I think we're in a place where the Safari Zone Kings can just start sweeping.
I mean, I wouldn't be
Ooh.
so sure that Blaziken... It gets up that one speed boost and is able to outspeed the Sneasler. It is possible for the...
can it outspeed an Unburdened Sneasler after one boost?
It's gotta
you
be
sure
two.
about that?
It's gotta be two boosts then. Yeah, but it's Sash though, so like
It
you
will
go.
get one heat. It's almost certain to get one heat wave off. Let's not forget that this is in fact a special Blaziken. Very
So-
special.
So you go for the Heat Wave. Well, I mean, Goldango could just click, make it rain. Like it just doesn't really care.
And I think something that we were kind of dancing around is that Goldango has the ability to Terra, which we're seeing now, and it's Terra Water. So Blaziken pretty much in a position where it can't do much against the Goldango, and Goldango has all the advantage in the world, and ready to just start laying down damage.
Yeah, going for that Dire Claw into the Blaziken, breaking that Sash, and okay, this might be the end of the game.
Nasty
Greedy.
Plot is up. Blaziken, however, did not go for the protect.
That is a miss into the Water Terra Goldango, but I'm pretty confident that that would have only done maybe 20 to 40 HP at most. Blaziken does have the speed boost and can fire off an Aura Sphere into the Goldango or knock out the Sneasler if the Sneasler doesn't attack the Blaziken. But I think that Blaziken, I mean, you just click Make It Rain and the entire field dies, right?
Make It Rain is a scary move, especially after a Nasty Plot.
Yeah, what do you do here? And clearly, we're seeing that we
This is
don't
a-
want the Blaziken
this is a
to take
risky
that full
switch.
Make It Rain. Well, Gallade is especially bulky, so it might be able to take this well enough that it might be able to do something after.
I'm kind of lost here. That Primarina is so low, going for the Steel Terra. You know, Sneasler getting that Protect, just kind of wants to see what's going on, and +2 Goldango Make It Rain just clears the field. I'm especially defensive Gallade, even naturally was like base 90, base 100 special defense. It's not enough.
I'm gonna say that must have been a misclick of some proportion there. I don't know.
We've
I
seen this
just-
trainer make some questionable tears before. I think that's just par for the course.
Yeah, that's fair. I heard he is missing a few brain cells, so.
Yeah, I mean, just switching out a +1 Blaziken. I mean, it wasn't favorable, but you could think of a situation there where maybe you Aura Sphere into the Goldango, but even then, the Make It Rain would have knocked out the Prim, and you would have Gallade versus Sneasler and Goldango. It's rough.
Yeah, I think it was a gutsy call to, while you have Tailwind up, to just go for a Nasty Plot. It does pay dividends, you know, it's a big calculated risk, and this Goldango was put in a position where it could just sweep with just clicking Make It Rain.
The Safari Zone Kings clearly knew that at that moment there was nothing on the field that could threaten Goldango.
Yeah, honestly, the Water Terra enabling it to get that Nasty Plot. I mean, you could have just clicked Make It Rain, but getting that +2 boost essentially just seals the game. Once you have that spread damage ready to go, only 3 Pokemon left, it's a matter of time.
That is the terror of Goldango, as we've already said.
Gallade has a Leaf Blade, right?
Gallade does have Leaf Blade, yep.
This is a grassy Gallade. If Gallade had been out earlier, that might have been different. Or if,
Well, I think
the Sabres had been willing to sack something to get Gallade out.
Exactly what I was just gonna say. I think at one point you should protect the Blaziken, because if you protect it enough and take care of it enough, it will outspeed the Sneasler that was already damaged. I think one of the biggest things was actually letting the Primarina go, saving your Terra, and then now you come in with Gallade that could probably take a boosted Make It Rain, or you put in a position where you prevent that from happening, and then, you know, Leaf Blade plus Sharpness plus, you know, Gallade's obnoxiously high attack stat. You had a chance. Once you lose the Gallade, it was pretty much the end of the battle there.
It may have required getting a double protect off, but at least it would have been a path to victory.
I mean, I think the game was, I'm not going to say uphill, but once you now know, with game 1 done, that water Terra Goldengo.
He survives. T-Tar survives with 2 HP and is able to get the Terra Blast off into the Protect. T-Tar goes down to his own sand. Ladies and gentlemen, who could have seen that coming?
This is like when you accidentally close the garage door with your car running.
I would say this would be more like you throwing sand in somebody else's eyes, but then the wind blows it back into your eyes. Something I wish I could have seen in real life.
Listen, it was a different time.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
It was 2011. Ready?
Wait,
Let's
so wait, are we just not
go.
doing the
Let's
analysis?
go! Hold on, I also just pulled Armuji X from a Wonder Pick, so let's
So
not just...
in order to do the analysis, I would have to like change over those assets. But like the analysis is the analysis we can kind of just like
Breeze over.
Yeah, like I'm not super concerned about the analysis.
Were you gonna say you were gonna Jew the analysis?
I was not gonna say that. I was gonna say it. No, I wasn't gonna say that, but I was gonna say that.
You were
No, I
totally
wasn't
gonna
gonna
say
say
it.
that. Where yeah, like I honestly I think we actually have like we're kind of in the zone right now. So like us hopping into the commentary and then I can get just
Yeah.
honestly just one of you two for the analysis,
That's
or
fine.
if we just keep it rolling, we can do the
It can
analysis.
also, yeah, as I was a participant in one of these games, yeah, you guys could do the analysis. I mean, I don't mind doing it, but...
I mean, the analysis should be the same thing. We're just like listing off the
Yeah.
teams and then shit, I could do the analysis by myself even. Okay, ready?
Let's go.
Let's hit it.
And into the games we go. We have the Sabres going against the Safari Zone Kings. Gallade
I gotta
v
say-
Tyranitar.
You know, say what you will, whether they win or lose, the Sabres put on a good show, so I'm excited to see what happens here.
How many flinches are we gonna get this match?
Just Stone Edge or Rock Slide locked.
Yeah, this footage is I don't know when the battle starts.
Oh, god damn it.
Just gonna move this along real quick.
After we just
Get
talked
them
about
out.
in our previous episode about quote possibly doctoring.
Edit.
All right,
editor,
heading.
where's the moat?
All right, shut up. All right, heading into the battle, we have the Snowpoint City Sabres going against the Safari Zone King.